What's up, everybody? It's your boy. We're back again today with part 4 of this ever-lengthening saga of the Megatron reissue KOs. And today I wanted to go through this second robot that I got, second Megatron that I got. There was 2 in the order. And I have since rewrapped them in some nicer bubble wrap. They came in, as I pointed out in one of the last videos, in some flimsy produce plastic bag. So I just put them in a different wrapping. So I have taken the opportunity to transform this guy into his toy gun mode. I think it's important to point out that these are not real guns, they are toys. Never point a barrel at yourself. You can see right down that barrel. Look at that. So this one, nice finish. We're going to go over all the quality control issues. Anything that I notice along the way. And I'm going to grab a pointer so that I can point out some things in the video. And we'll start with anything that I notice from here. And there are that same nipple flash is right there. And so I would imagine, just like the other gun, it wraps around to the inside and will make this scrape on the inner ab portion and make it difficult to pull up in the robot form. Is there anything else that I can see here so far? The chrome paint looks okay. And again, for the haters out there, you can see some kind of weird swirling in the plastic molding there, which is whack. For the haters out there, yeah, this is a quality control video. So if you're wondering why, I'm not complaining. I am just pointing them out for other people to see. You can see the die cast there. Some of the die cast. There was even another issue I noticed with the last one that I never did put in the video, and that's one of the screws on the inside in the red plastic portion area being tightened down too far. I can already see a pretty big gap in here as well. I don't know if y'all can see that, but... And I think that would be because of that peg being oversized again in the legs. But anyways... yeah, I noticed some of the screws, one of the screws at least, being over-tightened, causing some slight cracking and whitening on the red plastic on the other gun. So let's get into it. Let's transform it and see what we can do. So the first things first, I think I noticed that already about this, is that it stays at least, but it's not nice and stiff like this other one. This for the feet. This one, yeah, there you go. That's kind of consistent. We got some nipplage spots right there on the plastic where the two halves of the molding met. I'm sure this is by extrusion, but anyway. Then we're going to separate the legs, and that's nice and... There was a comment on one of the last videos that the legs were loose, just like the G1. Well, then that's accurate to the G1, so awesome. And then we're going to separate these guys and bring them out and around. So if we take a look on the inside of here at some of these screws, it looks to me like this one here and this one here are over-tightened. They're tightened down too far. And there's something going on in there too. I'm not too sure what that is. Hopefully y'all can see that right there. And if I need to take some calipers to this peg right here. Right here. This peg is supposed to go into this hole, closing it up nice and snug, and it doesn't seem to want to close up too snug, and I think I can see it from here almost. That's because that peg is... got a little bit of additional plastic near the bottom. Nothing that some careful X-Acto knifing couldn't finish or fix. And just be careful if you're going to do that, because of course you don't want to make it too small and then it doesn't hold anything at all. So So okay, that's that part. These guys are flopsies. And then we're going to move this head part down. And we'll take a look at all that once we get to it. And this piece comes up. Now in the last video with the last one, this hammer didn't want to separate. Oh, I didn't push it in as far. So it's separated nice and easily. I think it was in the arms on the other one that I noticed the over tightening. Yeah, this one too. In the same spot, right there. You can see the whitening of the red plastic being overstressed from being pushed in too far. So let's extend these arms. Why not? That extended well. I've heard that's a problem with some of them, is that one of the arms doesn't want to extend. Oh, man. So this arm was very difficult to extend, but it extended. Extends. Okay, so that's good. I'll leave that down. Then we're going to turn this 90, not 180, like I said in one of the other videos. And like I showed you before, you can grab it from here, like put a nail on here to hold this down. So this moves up and this is being pushed on downwards. And then you can also kind of grab a nail. I like to put a nail here, right there. Put a nail here and then push like this. You can see how that's separated. Now the problem with that is it doesn't separate this side, so you kind of have to coerce it, if you will. And that barrel is super floppy, but there's a screw right there that hopefully a small amount of tightening will fix that up. And so let's try to bring this out. Oh, dun dun dun, and yeah, just like the other one. This one came up easier, but just like the other one, you can see that scratch that shouldn't be there in the paint, and that's because that molding flash wraps around to the inside and is scratching on that chest piece, so I won't be doing that too much. And we're going to bring these legs kind of just forward out of the way for now. Now, this part here, actually let's first flip this under. Let's move this out of the way so we can flip it like this. Well, that's nice. It's not so loose that the barrel doesn't sit in position under the chest, so that's nice. Okay, and now this head assembly flips up into, you can see a little tab kind of right here, right there, that gray tab of plastic kind of snaps in to this groove right here. Now it snapped in really nice on the first one that I showed you guys, and later on when I tried to separate it, it was extremely difficult to do so. And I eventually ended up taking a pair of pliers, flat, so there's no teeth, so I didn't damage the metal, and I had to really grab this triangular piece here to get it to let go. But anyway, the smaller side. So let's see if we can get this to sit in. And interesting. Oh, well, let's make sure the arms have some clearance as well. It's not going to want to go in there without the arms being all the way out of the way, so that there's clearance for that head part to snap into place. Let's go back there, and it's in place. Hey, Boots. Hello, Boots. Seems that my cat has decided that if anybody's getting famous on YouTube, it's definitely not going to be me, so it might as well be him. Okay, so let's move these feet into the proper position. Ooh, wait a minute. Interesting. So the last one of the legs was drooping, and that's interesting. Why did it pull forward like that? And that's because there was a pin, I don't know if y'all seen the other videos, but there was a pin right there that wasn't all the way up into this assembly. I can see, I don't know if y'all can see that, but right above where that pin goes into, there is a white stress area, as if the pin has, yeah, you can see that it's bulging as well, as if the pin was put in either too short, like too close to the outside, or the hole was drilled too close to the outside, causing that stress. So there's another quality control issue. Let's see if we can get these fists out. Okay, they slid out nicely. That is tight and all right. They have a bit of locking. This one seems to be, in my opinion, actually quite a bit better than the other one. Meaning that not only is there a ton of quality control issues, but there is zero consistency between the batches. But anyways, y'all know me, and I love to complain. Just kidding. Again, this is a video just to show people what to expect if they're going to be buying it. There he is. Let's give him some stacks on stacks duty. There he is. There's Megatron in all his splendor as a robot. So the transformation went well. He stands very well. I would have to say this head's a little looser than the other one was, but again, there is, no, I think that's on a pin. Yeah, there's a screw here, but that's to put the two halves of these together. You know, you could get this to be, I'm okay with it. Let's take a closer look at that head. Looks all right. Paint's not horrible. I've certainly got less complaints about this one than the other one. So far, the only complaints are that flash there, the scraping because of it. We're going to see how oversized this peg is here when we put it back together here. And of course, there's, you know, this is kind of bent in, this plastic piece here. You can see the bend as the light goes over it. And same with the other side. And this peg here is slightly oversized. One of the feet is looser than the others. That's what I can notice from here. So let's go back the other way. I'm going to start by closing up these arms so they're nice and stubby. Stubby! Yeah, that one closes very tightly, so there's something in there impeding it. I think I've read a couple things online about other people making a minor modification so that that arm slides out nicely. Now, let's see if this... Yeah, it also doesn't want to untab once it's locked in place. So, tools. Can you stand up, Megs? Will you stand up, Megs? Cool. Okay, I actually couldn't find my flat jaws. So, again, to avoid damage from those teeth right there, those serrated edges, I'm just going to use some shop towel cloth to tuck into the jaws here, just like that, for some protection. Another machinist trick. And I will proceed to ruin this toy. I'm just going to grab it. I felt something give that shouldn't have. Okay. That was scary. That's scary. Anytime you got to take tools to a new toy, it is scary. Okay, so that's out of the way. Now we can bring this. Let's just bring this around this barrel. Bring it back to where it needs to be. You want to make sure when you're bringing this chest piece down that you try to do it in unison. Otherwise, it'll only want to go down on one side and not... darn it. You also want to make sure the barrel's in place. Oh, I hear the ghetto bird. Yeah, it sounded like it snapped into place. Too good. I'm not going to try to do a... Okay, there she goes. Yeah, that plastic nipplage really doesn't want to let it go. Click, clack, clickety clack. Come on. Maybe that'll be enough clearance to get it in. It is indeed. Huzzah! Okay, barrel intact. Swing it back together. Quality control. And, you know, another thing too. How could you expect quality control in a knockoff? I don't expect anything. I don't. This is a video to show people what to expect if they're going to buy this. If you don't like it, beat it, nerds. Okay, so let's move these back into place. Give this some swingage, because these are supposed to come forward like that, and like that. Like this, mister. Okay, let's bring that together. There we go. So, there's that hammer piece. Can y'all see that massive gap? And that is because that peg is indeed covered with so much paint and or oversized and or both. I am definitely not going to force it into place. So we'll get that back in there. That's nice that the head pegs into there. Cool. And, you know, a lot of other people, too, have said, you know what, I'm just buying this so that I can display it. Great. Great. Then you'll never know what any of the quality issues are. So this video won't apply to you. What is going on, buddy? No, that would be why. Wrong spot. Flip them back. Ah, clickety clack. And then let's bring these legs somewhat together. Bring them up. I can also tell by the feel of this that you transform this like, you know, 5 to 10 times, nothing is going to stay together anymore. To which the entire internet immediately transformed those 10 times to prove me wrong. People love to prove people wrong, okay? They love it. There it is. Check out. This is one thing that's nice. The trigger and the spring inside the trigger feel very nice. Pulls all the way back. Shuck, shuck. Bing, bing. Wang, wang. Chuck, chuck. So that's nice. Sorry about the length of this video. No, I'm not. And let's pop them over here to the stacks on stacks duty. There he is. There he is, and there you are, folks. I hope this video helped somebody. There wasn't nearly as many quality control issues with this one as there was with the first. So that's nice. And, you know, if you're going to put him in the package and place him on a display to display, I think it would look great. There's no denying that. Do you want to pay $175 Canadian to do that? Totally your prerogative. It's your prerogative. You can buy the KOs and knockoffs that you want to buy. It's your prerogative. You cannot complain. Okay, so, yeah, looking good. There will be a final part 5 of this video, of this series. And that's going to be where I add all the attachments and accessories and also place them in the box. Maybe even just place them in the box so you can see what they look like in the box, but I think that would be pretty obvious. So, folks, thank you. Thank you for coming back to the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel. I hope this video helped anybody at all in any small way. Like the video. If you watched it to this point, like it. Drop a thumbs up on it, will ya please. Anybody who comments downstairs, I reply to all my comments. Please check if that's the case, because it definitely is. And I like to correspond back and forth with people out in the world, so by all means, comment downstairs. Crush that notification bell so you find out when the next one gets posted. Share it with somebody you hate, or even with somebody you like. Somebody that likes Megatron. If you know anybody who likes Megatron, send them these videos. They deserve to see them all. They might be very interested in purchasing one, or might want to avoid purchasing one because of the quality control issues. So, thank you very much for your support once again. If you haven't been told recently, love ya. Secret Guy out.